In this video, we'll show you how to change the front brake caliper on your Ford Fusion. You can find it on CarParts.com via the link in the description. For safety reasons, we strongly suggest watching our video on how to jack your Ford Fusion safely. Open the brake fluid reservoir. Place a container to collect the fluid under the caliper since the brake fluid may leak out. Turn the disc inwards. This will facilitate the following steps. It's common for the components being removed to be seized up, so don't hesitate to brush them and to use penetrating oil to make removal easier. Using a ratchet and a 12mm socket, loosen the Banjo bolt connecting the hose to the caliper. Insert a flathead screwdriver into the opening of the brake caliper. Lift it off using the screwdriver as a lever by pulling it towards you. This will cause the piston to retract slightly so that the caliper can be removed more easily for the next steps. Using a fork, unclip the ABS sensor cable retaining clip. Using a ratchet and a long 10mm socket, unscrew the bolt, securing the brake hose bracket. Then move the bracket aside. It is now necessary to remove the caliper. Tip: attach a piece of electrical cable or a hook to one of the strut spring coils. Block the rotation of the guide pins with a 17mm wrench and unscrew the slide pins using a ratchet and a 14mm socket. Finish unscrewing by hand. You can now remove the brake caliper and hang it to the previously installed hook. Then remove the pad pressure springs. Remove the brake pads. To do this, slide them away from the disc. Using a flathead screwdriver, remove the side anti-rattle clips. Using a ratchet and a 15mm socket, unscrew the two holding bolts on the caliper mount. Depending on the state of the bolts on the caliper mount, it may be necessary to use a hammer to loosen them. Finish unscrewing by hand. Remove the caliper mount. You can now place the brake caliper on the wheel knuckle. Using a ratchet and a 12mm socket, unscrew the Banjo bolt connecting the hose to the caliper. Then remove the Banjo bolt from the hose. Here's a tip. You can limit brake fluid leakage during this operation by plugging both sides of the Banjo bolt with Banjo shutter pliers. You can order the brake caliper and caliper mount used in the video on CarParts.com via the link in the description. Take the caliper assembly. Remove the caliper. For great content, our best price, and fast shipping, download the CarParts.com app now. Get hold of the central anti-rattle clips supplied in the kit. Place the new anti-rattle clips on the caliper mount. Reassemble the caliper mount by screwing first by hand, then with a ratchet and a 15mm socket to lock them in place. Finish tightening using a torque wrench. Get hold of the anti-rattle clips, then put them in place. Grab the pads and lightly coat the ends with copper grease to help them slide more easily. Insert the pads into the caliper mount by sliding them in. The brake pad with the wear indicator spring must be positioned on the inside. Pay close attention to the position of the pad pressure springs. To make it easier to install the caliper, hold the assembly with one hand. Put the brake caliper back in place and screw in the slide pins, by hand at first. Block the rotation of the guide pins with a 17mm wrench and screw the slide pins back in using a ratchet and a 14mm socket. Finish tightening using a torque wrench. Use a flathead screwdriver to remove the rubber plug from the caliper. Get the new seals and the Banjo bolt. Put a gasket on the Banjo bolt. Remove the shutter pliers from the hose. Install the assembly on the hose. Then put the second gasket on the Banjo bolt. Screw the Banjo bolt that connects the brake hose to the caliper back in. The hose has a locating piece that holds it in place on the caliper once tightened. Finish tightening the Banjo bolt with a torque wrench. Screw the brake hose mounting bracket back on. Replace the ABS sensor cable in its slot. Don't forget to remove the cable that you used to hold the caliper. When replacing a brake caliper, you need to bleed the brake fluid system to remove air from the system. To do this, we suggest watching our video, How to Bleed the Brake Fluid System Ford Fusion. After bleeding, remember to clean the caliper disc assembly with brake cleaner. Then you will be able to put the wheels back on your vehicle. Put the car back on the ground and block the wheels properly. Don't forget to screw the brake fluid cap back on before starting the car. Attention! Before using your vehicle again, start your car and pump the brake pedal a few times to push the brake pads together again. Try to drive smoothly and avoid sudden braking for the first 30 miles or so to avoid glazing the new pads. Operation complete.